Hi there, beautiful people. Welcome back to Stories Done. And my name is Stella, and this is Fran. Our channel is all about talking about elevating and leveling up financially, socially, and all other areas of life. And today we are back with a very special topic about how we can build up self-confidence. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you a question. I want you to take a minute to think, who have you come across in your life and thought to yourself, damn, that person is very confident? And why did you think they're confident? If you look at some of the legends that we know in the world, Oprah, Barack Obama, Michelle Obama, Michael Jackson, all these legends, one thing they have in common is that they actually do not have anything in common. These people have figured out what their special gifts that they have, the special gifts that they have, and they found ways to use those gifts to serve their goals. And today we want to think about self-confidence as a belief in yourself, a belief and to be yourself. That's what we think confidence is, without trying to be like somebody else. We all know the well-intended advice that when you tell someone like you're nervous or I'm about to do a presentation and I don't know how you go, everybody tells you just be yourself, because it's the best advice anyone can give you. And it might seem easy, but I think being yourself is the hardest thing ever, especially in the era that we live in, the era of social media, whereby there's so much comparison. Sometimes you look at other people and you think, oh, maybe they're in that position because they do things like this, hence I need to emulate what they are doing. However, that is absolutely not true. So self-confidence is about believing in your abilities and your weaknesses, and knowing that how you came into this world, you are enough as you are, and trusting that you got this and you can be able to figure out life and excel in all areas of your life based on their gifts and their abilities that are God-given, that have been granted to you. So today I want Fran to start us up on the first step on how to believe in ourselves and to be ourselves and how to be self-confident.
Thanks, Stella. I feel like, whoa, you put it out there.
Yeah.
And you've given us the gist. A lot of people think that confidence is all about walking with your head high, walking with your chest high, and the ability to just speak confidently or with a lot of force authority.
Yeah.
But now we know. So we came up with tips that have worked for us, or what we're using to build that confidence. And as we all know, we're still trying. And if you have anything better out there, do let us know. So the first one that we have on the list is make a list of your achievements, things that you're proud of. Do not wait to stand in the Hall of Fame to be able to recognize your achievement. Just look at the little milestones that you've achieved in life. For example, even making it to work 5 days a week is an achievement to be proud of.
Yeah.
Completing an exam, completing your studies, and even completing a project that you're working on. So identify your achievement. For example, what you've achieved in a month, what you've achieved in a year, and just be proud of it. Give yourself a pat on the back. In that way, you'll boost your self-esteem, you'll boost your self-confidence, and you'll just feel better out there.
100%. And you'll be able to know that if I could tackle a master's degree, if I could tackle my CPA studies, then I'm able to tackle that new challenge that has come, So very nice point there.
Absolutely.
The second point that we have is one that is contrary to a lot of people's beliefs, and that is fake. A lot of people believe fake it till you make it. However, today I want to introduce you to a new version of make it so that you do not have to fake it. And I think a lot of us suffer from self-confidence because we've been told to fake it till we make it, that we forget that we actually need to make it. We actually need to master those skills. And that's why there's a heightened imposter syndrome in the workplace, because a lot of people put up a facade. They pretend to know more than they do. And we can never lie to ourselves. That hence, when you go back at home, you're always thinking, oh, what if I get found out? What if people know that I actually don't know that much? However, if you have an attitude of make it so that you do not have to fake it, you'll always be able to acknowledge acknowledge what your weaknesses are and actually seek help. You're going to be able to acknowledge that people who are better at doing some things, learning from them, and as well as seeking, education or even reading about areas that you're struggling with. And there's nothing better as mastering something that whenever there's an issue at work, for example, with us accountants, if you're the best at finding out why the balance sheet is not balancing, whenever everybody has tried everything and it's not working out, they know who to go to. They'll be like, Fran, I know you know this. And when you figure it out and you help them, there's nothing that injects into your confidence as that, because you have taken time to learn that skill and others can acknowledge that you're actually competent in it and they actually appreciate your help in whatever way. So guys, let's make it so that we don't have to fake it.
Nice one, Stella. That's really interesting.
Yeah.
The next one is to acknowledge your personal strengths and talents, and then remind yourself of your talent. A lot of us have strengths that we're not even aware of. We do have talents that we don't even make use of. So the first thing to build your self-confidence is to acknowledge your strength. This can be either inward strength or outward strength. For me, my main strength is resilience, because every time I think of a challenge, I know very well that for as much as a challenge is there, but I'll bounce back, and I'll bounce back really strong. And having that in my mind all the time, recognizing that and reminding myself of that, always gives me that self-boost that I need, self-esteem that I need, and self-confidence in every aspect of my life.
Absolutely. That's a really good one. Yeah. I've seen this tagline going on social media. Think about the things that you once prayed about and that now they're part of your life. Yeah. You probably one day dreamt of coming overseas, for those who are in Australia. And now we are here,
and we're here.
And you dreamt one day maybe to work in this particular company, and now you're working there. You dreamt of having children. You dreamt of having a good, circle of friends, and now you have some friends that you can rely on.
You.
So absolutely, we both have each other. So that's a really good point. The other one that is very paramount to self-confidence is stop comparing yourselves. I always feel really sad for the Gen Zs, because they grew up in an era of social media. And for example, when I was growing up, I'd not been exposed to people who are living in different countries, people of different socio-economic strengths, that. And I can imagine waking up every day and people are always posting their highlights, and looking at that and taking it to be the gospel truth, and starting to think your life is not as glamorous, your life is not as good, or someone is in Dubai on a yacht and I have to go to work at 6 a.m. in the morning. That of course can
in
cause
winter.
In winter, exactly. That can of course impact on your self-confidence. However, I just want to remind everybody that life has its challenges, and every single human being has something they're praying about. They have something that keeps them awake some nights. So please remember that life is meant to be challenging. Otherwise, it's not worth living. What's gonna make you wake up in the morning if you're not chasing the next thing, if you're not, if you do not have any goals or vision of your life? So remember that people are always posting only the highlights. Just like when you watch a movie trailer, you're always very excited to watch the movie, and sometimes you go back and watch the movie and you're like, what a waste of my 2 to 3 hours. That's just to show you that do not compare yourself to people on social media, or even people that you think because you really never know people. Even your closest friends will not tell you about their challenges. So believe in yourself. Know it's a journey. Know that life is hard, and there's always highs and lows, and that is the cycle of life. And I think that acceptance, for me, it took me a long time to actually understand this, because I used to think, oh, why is this happening to me? Why me? But then now when I look at life, I'm like, oh, this too shall pass. If I'm going through a low, even when I'm going through a high, when I'm on holiday, last week I was on holiday in Vietnam, and I'm thinking, well, soak in all the sun, soak in all the moments, because this too shall pass. So that's knowing that there's no permanency in any situation can really help to boost your self-confidence, because every day you wake up, whether you're feeling good about yourself or you're feeling bad and you feel like nothing is working, that tomorrow is gonna be a better day.
Absolutely. In addition to what Stella has said, the main reason why a lot of people are unhappy is the fact that we constantly compare our lives with each other, with others, especially what is on social media. Social media is pretty good, but please just filter what you see there. Just look at what is relevant and be as realistic as possible when you look at what is posted on social media.
Absolutely.
The next one is to set realistic goals. We all set goals, especially after the end of the year. When the new year starts, we all have these massive goals of, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to earn this much money. I want to change my career, which is great. It's good to have goals. I mean, it gives you the purpose for life. But how realistic are your goals? Yeah, it's important to look at the fact that yes, we are all humans. We cannot wake up and be Warren Buffett the next day. It took him, I think, a lot of years to get where he is today.
Isn't he 80 now?
Yeah,
80
I think
something.
it's 80
so it's
something.
taken him
So
more than
decades.
50 years to be a billionaire, because he only became a billionaire a few years
I reckon
ago.
he
So,
did.
it takes a long time to build wealth.
Of course. So when you're setting your goals, be realistic. Look at your capabilities. Look at your strengths. Look at the surroundings and the environment. In that way, you avoid unnecessary disappointments that can hurt your self-confidence. And when you're looking at your goals, be realistic in terms of time. Be realistic in terms of your capacity, capability, and what you can do as a person. So when you do that, you'll find that your self-esteem is, in line with what it should be, or even much better.
Absolutely, yeah. Good things to take time for sure. The other thing that we also discuss is surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself with positive people. I've seen a lot of hashtags saying positive vibes only, but that's something we need to actually live. For me, how I go about this is that sometimes when I go and meet people, for example, if I go on a coffee date or a lunch date with someone and I come back, or when I'm driving back home and I'm thinking, God, feeling some type of way, something they said or something they keep on saying. If I always meet you and then when I get home, I feel like, you even feel more stressed than when you left for the date. So please take note of those feelings, because they are legit. We're not here telling you that, you need to cut off people, but you need to cut the amount of time that you spend with them. We believe, and I strongly believe, that you're the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. And I want you to look right now at your 5 people that you spend most time with, and look up, for example, something like income. You will see that the income bracket is the same among the 5 people that you spend most time with, because when your friends are doing better, you're challenged to elevate your life. If they are supportive and they don't give you stress, then you have a better mental health. So remember to surround yourself with people who add value, the people who actually, give you positive vibes, and people who encourage you. Because sometimes, if you're wanting to build your self-confidence and you have someone who's just saying negative things all the time, criticizing you, seeing no good from you, that's going to definitely impact your self-confidence negatively. So surround yourself with positive vibes only.
You're very right, Stella. There are some type of people that you meet and you just feel like they draw that positive energy that you have. You just feel drained for some reason. I don't know if I'm the only one experiencing this.
Absolutely. I have met people who just take and
you feel like they've taken the positivity in you. And when you leave, you have this weird feeling. So you're very right. And
but what's funny is that we go again and you always forget. It's like
saying that I'm gonna look at my list. Anyway, the next one is practice positive self-talk. This is a very powerful thing. What you say to yourself can manifest in you. So always have a meeting with yourself. I know that people find it really funny when people say that, I'm gonna have a meeting with myself, but yes, literally have a meeting with yourself, whether it's once a week, once a month. Talk to yourself. give yourself positive affirmations like, yes, this week has been tough, but I've survived it. I can do better. I can check this. These figures are not balancing, but I know that I can check it. I've got a good eye for detail. So always keep patting yourself at the back. Keep being your cheerleader before other people become your cheerleader. It's very easy for people to encourage you when you already encourage yourself, when you're already pumped up. So have that thing in you where you have a meeting with yourself from time to time. Talk positively to yourself, regardless of your weaknesses. Focus on the positive side. Focus on the good things in your life, and keep telling yourself that, yes, I've got this. Yes, I can do this. Let's do this. And then, you
100%, 100%. I actually do talk to myself quite a lot, especially when I'm driving. When I'm driving the car, thank God to Bluetooth, people will assume I'm just on a conversation, because even after work I go like, oh Stella, how did you go today? I think you excelled really with, how you did not engage in conflict. I actually literally talk to myself and tell myself on things that I did excelled in, and that just helps me. Even on the days that I've had a hard day, I was like, yeah, you've had a hard day, but look at how you presented yourself. Look at how you nailed that presentation. Look how you handled that conflict, and you get to see that those changes that you've made in your life, and you're proud of yourself. And I think that definitely does boost your confidence. Yeah. So lastly, but not least, is take care of yourself, honey, because when you take care of yourself, there's something that just happens both internally and externally. When you're taking care of yourself by eating right, by exercising, by meditating, by having a good night's sleep, that will give a sort of a lift on your step, because honestly, for me, when I go to the gym in the morning and I go to work, there's something that the endorphins, I feel like everything just works when I take care of myself. But when I start to neglect myself, it starts to impact on my mental health as well. And when of course, your mental health, you're struggling with depression and anxiety, and then all those things pile up. And of course, it's very hard to be confident in those times. So take care of yourself, do whatever that makes you happy. For those who don't like the gym, there's so many ways, even means like just getting out and exposing yourself to the sun for the first 15 minutes of your week. That always helps to actually start off your day and kickstart your day on a good note. So with that said, thank you so much guys for listening. We hope to see you on our next one, and thank you for the support. Do not forget to subscribe, to like and share, and to leave us a comment on how you're building your self-confidence. Bye for now.
Bye.